Hi, welcome to Beautiful Matrix, a problem in Codeforces. In this problem, you are giving 5 by 5 matrix like this, okay? And all numbers are zeros except just one number, okay? And you should make this matrix beautiful, and this matrix will be beautiful if this one is in the center of this matrix, okay? So you should calculate the number of moves that this one should move to reach to this center. Okay, for example, in this matrix, this one here, I can move it here and here and here. So I move it 3 times. Okay, the second example, the center of this matrix here, and I have one here. So I just need just one move. So the output is 1. You can read this problem to understand more. For example, here, 2 instructions to move numbers. Okay. Swap to neighboring matrix rows with indexes I and I plus 1, which means this, for example, 0 and this, or this and this, 2 numbers after each others or before each others, okay? Neighboring matrix. And the second instruction, swap 2 neighboring matrix columns, that is column with index ij and j plus 1, which means you can move from this 0 to this 0. So you can move in this direction or in this direction, in this column direction. Okay, so let's read this matrix here. Let's make for loop. It will be just 5 by 5. It's static numbers. So let's read. Let's make this for loop. And I equal 0 and I smaller than 5 and I plus plus. Let's make another for loop for columns. Int j equals 0 and j less than 5 and j plus plus. Let's initialize the array first. I'm gonna say int array 5 by 5. Okay. And let's read this array. I'm gonna say array I j. So I wanna start with the first number in the first row. I'm gonna read it, so I'm gonna say cn like that. Okay, after reading this number, I wanna check it if this is 1 or not. So let's separate it in another variable. Let's say int, for example, item. Okay, and let's read it. And after that, let's initialize this array element to be equal this item. Okay. So after reading this item, I want to check this item if it's 1 or not. If this item is equal 1, okay, I'm gonna check the position of j. Okay, for example, to understand, let's draw something like that. For example, I have read 5 zeros like that, okay, and 4 zeros like that, and the last number is 1, and 5 zeros like that. Okay, so I have item here equal 1, so I'm gonna execute this if condition. Okay, so let's check j index. I'm gonna say if j greater than or equal to. Okay, if j in the center or greater than center. In this situation, I'm gonna calculate these moves. Okay, I'm gonna say this position, which is 4 in this situation, minus 2, and in this situation it will be 2. Moves will be 2 because this one will move here and will move here. For example, if this one is here, not here, okay, the j will be 3 and 3 minus 2 will be 1. So I'm gonna need just one move here. So this move I'm gonna add j minus 2. Okay, j is greater than 2. Else, if it's smaller than 2, if this one is here, I'm gonna make this the opposite of this expression. So I'm gonna say this moves will be 2 minus j. Okay, because for example, if this one is here, I'm gonna say 2 minus j, and j will be 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. If it's here, j will be 0, and 2 minus 0 will be 2, because he need to move just 1 and 2. Okay, and he will be here. After reaching to this area, okay, let's read the rest of this matrix. I just need just one move, so let's make another condition here for I. Okay, if I is greater than 2, I'm gonna make the same thing. Let's convert this j to I. Okay, and this situation I will move just I will be 0 and 1. I will be 1 because I'm in the second row. Okay, so it's smaller than 2, and these moves will increment by 2 minus I. So 2 minus 1 equal 1. So I'm gonna need just again one move here, and it will be a beautiful matrix because have one here in the center of this matrix. Okay, let's print the moves. After this for loop, let's see out moves. Okay, let's take it copy. Okay, let's delete this, and I'm gonna take the whole main like that, copy, and click submit here. Of course you should check it first. Okay, so let's run. Let's put it here. I will need the header of this file like that. I will put it above here. You can delete this math.h, I don't need it, and this. Let's try an example here. Let's say, okay, 5 zeros and 5 zeros and 5 zeros, 5 zeros. I'm gonna set this one here and 4 zeros. In this situation, I am gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need 4 moves. Okay, let's try another example. Let's say 1 and or 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and I'm gonna set this one here and 0, 0, 0, 0. In this situation, I just need 3 moves. Okay, so let's submit this. I think it's true. Okay, it's accepted. See you in the next problem.